Good morning and good morning to you. Welcome to this Good Morning Tottenham away video, guys. It's been a while. It definitely has been a while. The sun is shining here in the UK. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. I hope your families are doing well. Like I said, it's been a long time since we've done quite a video, partly because there's obviously been an international break and it feels like it's been forever since Tottenham have played. And of course, Thursday night the Premier League resumes. We've got an away game against Chelsea, and then after that a whole host of games: Southampton, Wolves, of course. The defining games, of course, the defining matches are going to be the one at Frankfurt. I believe it's what keeping, for me personally, guys, it's what's keeping the interest for this season alive in respects for Tottenham Hotspur. We have little to nothing to say in terms of the league, because little doesn't matter for me at this point, where we end up in the league. European places, I mean, it's outside the Champions League, and Europa spots could be even, it's all up in the air in that sense. So, and where we are at the moment, and the inconsistencies that we've had this season have been far too many. The interest for me, like I said, in terms of the league, is little to none. But of course, as ever, when the games are on, we say that, in a cool mind, we said, of course, when the game's on, I always want Spurs to win for that 90 minutes. I'm thinking nothing else but support the team to win. After that, we'll take, we analyse the game, and then we make our observations straight after that. So like I said, there's not been much to really discuss from my point of view. I don't do videos just for the sake of doing them, or to have online beef. You guys, for you guys that know me a little bit better by now, you know that this is not the kind of things that I'm drawn to. I always try and, at least the majority, 99.9% of the time, try and keep the game, trying to keep the videos all about football. So there has a few things that I've read recently that, Bentancur, Jack Wilshere, Rumours. Now we've got a link with Skriniar all over again. It feels like we've gone back in time. Skriniar's been linked. Ange Postecoglou's job is up. For me, let's try and take it by Bentancur potentially leaving Spurs this season, at the end of the season, because Postecoglou's not really happy with the midfield, and he hasn't, Bentancur hasn't hit the heights perhaps. To me, there's a few players this season that really haven't hit the heights, and for me, I wouldn't mind what's the word I can say best? I wouldn't mind a bit of a freshen up in the squad. I think we've got too much dead wood in there, and a freshen up of the squad, players that they've had their time at Spurs, and bring, for me, guys, again, it's my opinion, a new manager will coach the team, bring freshen up a little bit, bring the likes of Mikey Moore, just to give you a name, even Scarlett and players like that in the squad, but come through with a purpose, Bergvall. And of course, we add quality with that. And that brings me on to players like Jack Wilshere. Jack, for me, I don't think we'll ever buy a player like Jack, because I don't think there's the money that we spend on a player like Jack. I would definitely have... Did I say Jack Wilshere? It's Jack Grealish, guys. God, sorry, I apologise. It's just, it just hit me. Jack Grealish, guys, is a player that I would have. Of course I would. The quality that he has is undeniable. Now I feel like his time at Man City has definitely come to an end, and someone like Jack Grealish would definitely revive, would definitely give something, I suppose. I think he's that kind of player that needs, first of all, the love of the crowd, the love that Tottenham Hotspur fans will definitely give in our stadium, and, a number 10 that could really make the difference in between the lines. And I think he just needs consistency, knowing he's the man give him the importance, because I feel like if he has that, I think he would deliver. And someone like Grealish would definitely light up the fantasy of the Spurs fans in their mind. We need a player that lightens us up as well in a crowd. Of course, in the context of a team play, but essentially, I do feel that we need a player of that magnitude that can really, like I said, set our fantasies off in terms of luxury and quality, proper quality on the ball. So yeah, with a manager that can coach players, who can definitely bring the players' levels up, which is what I feel like in a lot of players in the last sort of year to 18 months. I've seen quite a lot of our players regress. So I definitely would love to see a coach with that mindset to come in and to really bring our quality up in that sense, a structure in the team, not so gung-ho, a mixture of attack, but as well knowing that at times in games you have to defend or change your strategy a little bit depending on how you're playing and how the opponents are playing. So a certain balance in attack and defence will be great with a coach, but more importantly, a team that can evolve a little bit and really fight for something. Moving on to players like Romero. For me, Romero's time at Tottenham Hotspur is done. I just don't feel his head's in it anymore. I don't see the fire in him anymore, and I just feel like he's looking at ways. It's like he was almost like really excited to go to Argentina. Listen, I understand what's there to be excited about being a Spurs right at this moment in time, but a professional footballer should always want to be playing. You count on to being professional and really giving your all in the same manner that when he goes to Argentina, gives his all. Want to see that same fighting spirit at Spurs, regardless of how we're doing in the league. Or in the season, and we need fighters at this club, and I feel like that's kind of gone at the moment. So new ideas, bring a few fresh faces, move on some deadwood. An exciting coach with really good ideas could be a start. We know that beyond the owners and Enoch and Levy, with you guys, we've spoken this to the boredom, right? We know that fundamentally that has to change, but I'm trying to keep it more in the football aspect of things. So yeah, with Romero, with Grealish, and the likes of a new coach perhaps, but we try and keep it this season now, more current. Massive important game coming up against Chelsea. Still a London derby. Whether I know there's not much really to play for us. We never have a really a good time at Stamford Bridge. But after a long break, to really and the importance of the games coming up in the Europa League, players should want to be getting in that team for that for the Frankfurt games. So for me, this game's here coming up before then, Southampton game and Chelsea before then, should have players to be fighting to get into that team because they want to be in the most important game of the season against Frankfurt. That's a task on its own. Tough matches, but if we are going to salvage anything this season, we really must put in a performance at home if we're really going to then go away with something to fight for. Let me know your thoughts. By the way, guys, 8:30 p.m. tonight, Monday Night Live, as always. Make sure you lock in for that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Really love to hear you guys in volume in there. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as per always. And we always end the video as we always meant to go. As always, forever always, come on, you Spurs.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.